Well, you touched on something. Let's get on to fighting.
Okay.
All right, we were talking about fighting.
Marriages
before.
don't fight. Oh, sorry.
You're a family therapist?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Like, I read that couples that don't fight, is an unhealthy marriage.
Okay, because that would be a really passive relationship.
And then overfighting is obviously...
Right. Well, you can boil most everything into married life or any relationship into we need to avoid the extremes.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't want to go one side or too much to the other, but you also can't just necessarily be in the middle. So sometimes it's a harmony. I like that framework better.
Right.
Of we balance each other out. One of you's going to be on the higher end. One of you's going to be on the lower end. That's fine. That's the way life is. But fighting in a relationship is energy. It's passion. It's a desire. And then it just comes down to what are you fighting about? What's the meanings of things? Because we don't fight about things. We fight about the meanings of things.
Whoa. I never even thought about it that way, but it makes complete sense. All right, so then in this next clip, our audio goes a little bit funny. So just to get you up to speed, so Corey is talking about the Gottman Institute. These guys have been studying couples for the last 40 plus years. It's a big deal. And they've come down to a statement saying that 63% of the fights that we have are about nothing, like insignificant little things. Crazy, huh?
Most likely that 63% comprises the stupid little things.
That is interesting. Yeah,
Right.
Stuff that doesn't matter. It's like we're just fighting to
does the
fight.
toilet paper go over or under on the roll? Do you squeeze the toothpaste completely flat or not? No,
Fuck
little
that.
nuances.
Yeah, no, that's a fight. You squeeze it flat. All
No,
right?
no, you roll it.
I'm okay with rolling it too. Just don't crunch it.
Okay, that's fair. Unresolved in that is not a big deal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the big value things, those are typically not in that 63%. That's why you're together.
Well, that's nice to hear.
Yeah, you largely agree on how we're going to raise children, what we're going to do with our finances.
Let's just stop for a second because I want to go back to the meaning of things, such as the meaning of little arguments like using the last of the toothpaste. Does that really mean that you're pissed about using the last of the toothpaste, or does it actually mean something else? Maybe you're upset because I'm unreliable, I didn't go out and buy new toothpaste, or I'm selfish because I used the last of it and I didn't consider you.
The quintessential desire of humans is to be known, right?
Yeah,
We want to be known, but we're afraid of being known.
What do you
That
mean
kind of
about
boils it down the human condition, doesn't it?
What do you mean afraid of being known?
Because if I let you know who I really am, what if you don't like it? That's too big of a risk. But what I want you to know is who I really am.
So a lot of the questions that come out were vulnerability, and people want, like, what I'm getting from the data is that people want to be vulnerable to their partner, but don't know how.
Well, so would you say one of the ways we want to frame this as humans, because this is me, I want to be vulnerable, but I want to know that Pam will handle it well.
Oh yeah, of course.
Rather than, I don't get that second part of that choice. Yeah. I only get the choice of do I be vulnerable or not.
So how do we take steps to feel like we're in a safe place to be vulnerable?
Okay, nice buzzword there. Safe place, because safety comes after vulnerability, not before.
Oh, I like it. Yeah. All right.
But with vulnerability, we often want this whole, I want to tell you something, but you go first.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I want to feel safe. In relationships, vulnerability, you set the tone and the depth by where you go first, not does your partner set it for you.
Right. So take ownership and say, well, I'm just going to be vulnerable. I'm going first. Let's see what's the worst that's going to happen, though, about being vulnerable?
They're going to say, thank you for sharing.
Wow, I didn't
and
know
dismiss
that.
it. Or they're going to say, if it is particularly invasive to them on how it could impact them, because we are selfish beings and we always have our radar of how does this impact me. They'll say, how dare you think, and they'll try to get you to back off from something. But I look at it as a win of, did I speak up? Did I speak my truth? Did I share me? Did I let you see me? And if that was the case, then at least I'm earning my self-respect because I'm living in congruence with me.
I like that.
Yeah.
And that's really important.
I think it's huge. I think most everything we need to do when you're talking about a marriage or a committed relationship, which I'm going to put them as one and the same in this conversations,
Yep.
is what do I need to do to earn some self-respect in this too? Because it's not just about how do I placate or accommodate or do according to what my partner may or may not want. It's how do I look at my relationship with myself.
I love that Corey said this. No one has power over you. Therefore, we should be responsible for ourselves. I think it's a big thing to stand up, not shift blame, be vulnerable, and share how we feel. Now, our audio drops out again, but Corey uses an analogy of plain oxygen mask, right? You take care of your own shit first before you start dealing with other people's shit, which I think is so profound, really important. It's hard to do as well when you're in the middle of a fight. It's so easy to shift blame and protect ourselves. How do you first recognize that you need to change, especially when you're blaming your partner?
Well, I think you probably have to recognize that some of the grief that happens between you, some of the stuff that makes you the most mad, is because of you two.
Yeah, so it's not all
just them. It takes two to create those kinds of arguments.
Okay.
You know, so it's recognizing, okay, what is it? What's this revealing about me? What's this about me that is my hang up? That's my meaning. That's my right, or whatever. What am I owed in all of this? And the more I can start to see it as, wait a second. Am I being something I would want to be in a relationship with? Am I being something I would want to fight with? Am I being something that I would want to have sex with? Am I being something that I would want to massage?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Would I want to be in my own company right now?
Right. Because if you think about it, when we're at our worst, we don't like ourselves. But yet we want our partner to see past all of that and give me grace. But I don't even give it myself.
God, this guy is good. It seems so easy, doesn't it? Especially when you're not in the thick of it. I mean, when in the middle of fights and emotions are high and you're all worked up, it's hard to understand this sort of stuff. I think that's why it's important to step away, give yourself time to breathe and just process your thoughts a little bit, because judgment's clouded.
Blaming something is kind of the human condition.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we don't want to take the hits in life.
No,
and if you're in a committed relationship of any kind, to get it to the deeper levels that you really get to taste the essence of the goodness that it can be, it's about taking hits better.
I like that.
I think it's so true, because you recognize what you go through in life and the really tough things. That's what makes it more, the value more. That's what makes you savor it even more.
So, my camera packs it in. You know, every time I interview Dr. Corey, which I've done before, technical issues just come flying at me, more so than any other time. So we take our conversation outside. Trying to work out, how do we fight fairly?
Okay. So first off, I think there's two things you got to jump out at on that. One is, what does the word fight mean? And what does fair mean? Right? Because fighting, you know, my wife and I don't know if we've ever really yelled at each other, ever. 26 years of marriage. And I don't know if we've ever yelled in a back and forth yelling match. Because one, I'm not a yeller. I'm just like that. I don't see the purpose.
Okay.
That's just my wiring. Not that that's a higher than or anything like that. Because what I would do is avoid, which is just as bad as yelling.
Well, it's a way of communicating as well, isn't it?
It's not dealing with what's going on in front of you. So, which oftentimes yelling isn't dealing with what's going on in front of you either. It's making your point to supersede everything else. But so fighting, what's the definition of that? Does that just mean a heated discussion, or is it a full-out fight? So understanding what that is, and then also realizing conflict is inevitable. Life is conflict. Relationships are conflict. It's going to happen. So how do I deal with it better? How do I recognize it better? How do I confront it better? How do I be as clean as I can and upfront as I can? But then the other side of that is fair. You know, life's not fair.
Yeah.
Marriage is not fair. My mom actually has the statement of, the fair comes once a year and it sucks too. So you just have to realize, okay, fairness isn't the goal. This is just about how am I being as clean about what matters to me and what's important to me, and my hope would be my spouse will do the same, then we can maybe come up with solutions to navigate that.
What if you can't? What if you can't though? What if your spouse won't reason or won't calm down or won't fight in a way that is not productive to a positive outcome?
Well, then I think you circle back. If they won't calm down, then you remove yourself.
Right.
Walk
away, live and relax.
Yeah, walk away, hang up the phone.
Don't feed the fire.
Right. I mean, that's the whole. Every invitation to an argument does not have to be accepted.
Oh, I like that.
Right. So
yeah.
So it's the whole. It takes two people to have an argument. Well, you don't have to accept every invitation. Your partner may want to fight about something. You've made the comment that you are an aggressor of like, no, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, that's an invitation. That's an invitation. So I don't have to accept that.
It's good to understand it yourself. It's like, do you want to fight? You know, like I do. I'm always happy for a fight. Like, it's kind of exciting. It's kind of fun.
Right.
I'm not opposed to it.
Right.
There comes to a point where you're just like, this needs to stop.
Well, what's the point of it? Yeah. What's the ultimate goal that you're hoping to gain from it?
Yeah.
Because if you're going into it with this mindset of, well, I want to win, well, then you both lose.
Yeah.
Or if you want to be the winner, that means you're in a relationship with a loser.
Well,
do you want to be in a relationship with a loser?
Well, it's interesting. No, I like what you're saying. Yeah, I like where you're going with that. It's interesting, though. I was chatting to Grant on the drive here, and Grant's like, I always concede, but to me, that's winning. It's like, well, you don't get to fight with me.
Oh.
So I'm walking away, I win? You know?
I think the bigger story of this, Dennis, is looking at it as we're going to have differences in things. We're going to see things different. For sure in marriage, you're going to see things different. So we need to fight the fact that we will not get one brain on this. We won't see eye to eye on things.
Right.
We just won't.
Okay.
Not only do you have gender differences most likely, but you could also have family of origin differences, religious differences, age differences,
personality differences,
all these things that make it to where you will not see life the way your partner does. So are you trying to convince them to come around to your way of thinking? And even if they do, I mean, because here's the way I think about it is, we come into a fight a lot of times in a relationship thinking, I just want my partner to understand my, walk in my shoes.
Yeah.
Thinking that will make our problem go away.
So why doesn't it?
Well, because once they understand the thinking, the problem is still there. I understand how you view it. I still view it different.
Right, and we haven't found a common ground.
Right. Well, I make the example of, hypothetically speaking, if let's say my wife had a horrific upbringing with sex, like abuse and trauma and all kinds of different things, and so she powered through, did some healing and did some different things, but finally reached a point in our married life as an adult where she's like, you know what? There's just too much trauma, too much baggage associated with it. I come home one day and she says, you know what? I'm done having sex. I can't do this anymore. As a therapist, I would like to think I could understand how she came to that realization.
Right.
It doesn't change the problem of what she just created between us, though. She just changed the dynamic of our relationship. And I can understand it, but I still got a problem. So it's recognizing life is problems. Life is conflict. So how do I combat that as clean as I can on what it's revealing of me, what's it's challenging of me, and how do I create room for my partner and their existence too?
A lot of really good messages coming through in this video. I love the way that Dr. Corey presents the ideas and concepts in fighting. Now, I don't know about you, but fighting for me, sometimes I just don't feel like I can navigate the landscape. It all just seems so complex. Like, what are we actually fighting about, especially in the heat of the moment? But I think the overarching premise about what Dr. Corey was talking about in this video is owning your own shit, right? Just standing up for yourself and your own values and making sure that you're being the best version of yourself within an argument and also within a relationship too. I mean, arguments are inevitable. I think they're healthy in relationships, but there's also needs to be boundaries on how you fight, especially when you're going through a breakup, because it all just gets so emotional and heavy, and little things turn into big things, and it gets complicated because you can't articulate what you really mean, and you start blaming your partner for it. I think it's important to step back, focus on yourself, and think, am I being the best version of me within the relationship right now, no matter where your relationship is, whether it's amazing or you're actually having a a hard time. All right, guys, there is a part 3 coming to this, although, and there's a lot on my plate, and I'm flying back to Australia in 3 days, which, you guys, I'm so excited. I haven't been home for 5 months. I've been traveling a lot. It'd be nice to, I'm really excited to find my own studio too, but I think that's not gonna happen for a little while. Anyways, stick with me. Hopefully I can finish the 3rd video before I jump on that plane, because getting videos out when I'm jet lagged is virtually impossible. I'll keep you guys updated via the emails. Guys, if you want to learn how to massage each other, there's a link below. If you want to know, like, I think most people from YouTube don't even see the sequence of what's happening in these series of videos that we're doing. So there'll be a link down below if you want to join our Fix Your Massage Mistakes mini course, which leads into these Friday night tutorials and videos. Maybe my communication needs working on, because this seems a little complex, that what I'm putting out right now. Wow, isn't that interesting? Okay, I'm out. I'll see you guys hopefully next Friday. If not, it's because I'm jet lagged and I'm reuniting myself with my car. So excited. See you soon.